Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to Jason Gooner TV. We are back in the studio to watch some more football, people. It's a live watch along for the semifinals of the Concacaf Caribbean Cup. The first leg in Trinidad tonight. Mount Pleasant travels to take on Defense Force, people. Yes, so we are here to break it all down, give you the play-by-play for the match tonight, and have the live watch along as well. So yeah, we're in the building for that, people. So you guys get ready. I'm going to find the game as well, put it in the Discord for those who need to see the game. So I'm doing that right now as we speak. So I will drop that link in the comment section as well. But you don't know the best way to support, because we're gonna put in some work tonight, is to like the video, people. Like the video, like the video, like the video. Share as well, share the content, let people know we're live and direct. We'll have the starting lineups for you in a minute. The game is going to kick off in about 15 minutes. So we need to go ahead and get everything rolling right away, people. So there is no play-by-play. That's not good. Let me share this real quick. So people have the poll going. What you think the result's going to be tonight? Will it be a win for Mount Pleasant? Will it be a win for Defense Force? Or will it be a drawn game? Those are the three options, people. So go ahead and get the votes going right away. Drop a like on the video. Let the votes match the likes, people. Let the votes match the likes. That's what we need. That's what we need. That's what we need. All right. So yeah, may I share this around, people, because people might not know. So we're live. It's kind of a random time and thing, but I'm gonna share it around and let people know. Say, yeah, we are here covering Mount Pleasant versus Defense Force. All right, people. So that we are sending around the place right now. People will know what to do. Click on the video, like the video, share the video, get engaged. Drop your comments in the comment section. Drop your score predictions from now in the building, and let people know who you think are going to win the match, and what you think the score line is going to be. All right, yeah, people. I run out in the streets. Yeah, man. The people I'm supposed to know, so we're there now. Chris King in the building says blessings. Big up Chris in the building. Yeah, man. All right, what I need to do now? I need to go to this, this, and we need to go there. What's going on? Hold on, the people, car. If this not working, okay, there we go. All right, so we should be good to go now, people. Should be good to go now. What? Okay. You. People, smash a like button. Drop your comments in the comment section as well. Let me know who you think going to win the match, what the score is going to be. I'm getting the game queued up, people, because we need to make sure, say, let's turn that off. Okay, so we're good. We're good to go. All right, so I have that. Boom. Let's get this going now. Live matches, join, BIM, allow, application, in the nation, this. All right, cool. So that Can't fix that. We can't make that any better. Get the quality here. So I can't get the resolution. It looks someone. Ain't getting that. Well, I have to work with that, people. Need that for that as well. I don't know why it looks so low. Maybe it don't actually look like that. Can it look clear upon this? Somebody go in the Discord. All right, let me drop the link for the Discord because people might not know the link. So let me. All right, so that link is pinned. That link is pinned in the comment section. So if you guys want to watch the game, it will be in the Discord. Right there in the Discord, it will be there. So you guys can click on that link and watch the game if you don't have a way to watch it. Let's see. Let's get this on screen. So this is the starting lineup for tonight's kickoff or tonight's game, the semifinal first leg. Mount Pleasant heading to Trinidad, taking on Defence Force FC. So Defence Force start off with Biget in goal. He started, I think, one of the matches so far. I think Saint Hilaire had started the other two. But tonight they have gone with Biget in goal. The back line, I believe it will be Bato, Araujo, Wilson. Bato, Araujo, Wilson. Gonzalez will be on the back line as well. And I don't know why they have these people all over the place. I can't quite work out who's going to be the fourth player on the back line. Maybe it will, I think it will be I think it will be the number 28. Yeah, that's the one position they have right. I think C. Bailey will play right back. Araja Wilson left back, Gonzalez and Bato will play center back. Then it will be Keller and Goddard in midfield, Molino, Bailey, and Kahim Thomas as the three behind Shaquille Bertrand. So that will be the starting lineup. That will be where you'll see them play as well. Then for Mount Pleasant, Chambers will be in goal, that's correct. Topi and Cummins will play centre back. Demario Phillips will be at right back. You'll see him invert a lot into midfield in possession. Then we'll have Kimoni Bailey playing left back, I believe. Double pivot of Anglin and Clifford. I think Anglin will push further forward at times. And then you will see Alex Marshall behind. I don't know how they're going to do it. I would think maybe Raheem Edwards on the right, Warner Brown up front, and Daniel Green on the left with Alex Marshall central. Probably that's how it will look, but we shall see what Tapper and Davian Ferguson are up to. You see the benches for both teams. Jelani Felix should provide something off the bench, as well as Kenroy St. Hilaire, Isaiah Leacock as well, the danger man off the bench. So look to see those players probably coming in the second half. Coriat, solid midfielder, might see him in the second half as well. Mount Pleasant, a lot of talent on the bench. The youngsters, Jaheim Douglas, Earl Dennis, Gadale Irving, maybe finds himself unlucky not to start tonight. He's on the bench. Owen Jump, Nugent, some more youngsters. Tevin Shaw started the last game, not starting tonight. Bradford got a few starts as well as Walsh, but they're also to the bench. And Angelo Exilus the Asian also on the bench. So those are the lineups tonight for Defense Force and Mount Pleasant. Of course, in CONCACAF there are still the away goals rule in effect. CONCACAF is always the ones to be in the Stone Age still. So that's how it is tonight. We'll see how it goes. I want to know if there's some kind of issues with Lamar Walker. He travels with them, but he never makes the match day squad. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I have a theory on that, but I don't know what is really going on with that. But I will leave that alone until the right time. But yeah, Lamar Walker not anywhere near the team. Also no Tyreek McGee. I know he's a bit more recently, but still heard they had some transfer issues. Yeah, Rob. Yep. That's what I'm not touching right now, but still doing my investigative work. Bless up, Duke. Wagwan. Mount Pleasant, full of firepower, says David J. Where the match being held? The match is in Trinidad. First leg is in Trinidad. Second leg will be in Jamaica. Where exactly is this match being held, though? Is a good question. Does it say? This just says competition. Hold on, I'll tell you where it's being played. So we're 3 minutes and 40 seconds from getting coverage on CONCACAF YouTube. Let's see if CONCACAF go giving us anything yet. Saying currently we don't have any live content, which is kind of crazy. Because I know there's live content coming up right now, but we'll have that in the queue just in case. All right, so Defense Force Mount Pleasant. Let's see. Yo, Bill, that'd be nice. All right, we are there. Stadium is packed with seats. The stadium is packed with seats, people. Let's see how we look in the. All right, I don't know. All right, somebody get into there and tell me if it really looks like that. Cause it looks really bad on my end. But Mount Pleasant, well, they're showing Defense Force results 1-0, 2-1 Cavalier defeat, beat Weymouth Wales 1-0, and then beat Cibao 2-0 last match day to get to the semifinals. Essentially knocking Cavalier out, but they knocked themselves out with the result they had at the end as well. But Mount Pleasant, a 1-0 win over Robin Hood, and then 3 successive 2-0 victories, 2 away from home and 1 at home, gets them here with 7 goals, none conceded, looking like a strong contender to at least get to the final of the competition, which is where they want to be, and that would be right there. Yeah. All right, so don't know which one of these are going to work with. To me, that one look better. All right, so I'll work with that. Yeah, so it's running in the Discord, people. There isn't a play-by-play. I don't have there's no stat sheet. It's at Hazley Crawford Stadium. So that's the venue. Yeah, man, it packed with empty seats. I tell you the truth. Nobody did it. But a soul not did it, bro. All right, so I'll make sure I say we're there. The timing of the game should be good. Big up, big up, big up, Street Drive, Wagwan. Odello, bless up again for real. Is that the TNT International Molina playing for Defense Force? Yes. Kevin Molino. That's him. That's him. Here's the lineup again. I think I'm going to work with Concacaf today, you know, cause them for them competition, right? So we could work with for them thing. And if anything, we can go back if we're not happy with Wagwan. So we have some correspondence from on the ground. There's some heavy rain in Kingston. Well, no, the game is in Trinidad, in a farmer. So the game in Kingston is next Wednesday. Yeah. Anybody in the Discord, just let me know if there's any issues. And on my end, it looks like it's running smooth. So just let me know if we're not having any problems in there. I know the sound not gonna be great. Yeah, okay. Here's the Crawford. Yeah. Let's see it, Marlon. Respect. Bless up, Oran Wagwan. Long time, bro. Hope all is well with you. Caribbean Cup semifinals active, you know? We're active. Yo, now let me know if it's clear, cause it look like it's not clear. All right, I know why. Maybe I think I have an idea of why it is so unclear. I move mad. All right, so game both start, people. Dropping a score prediction. Visibility look poor for the stream. All right, so it is. All right, cool. So let me see if I can try this. I'm gonna stop for a second. Let's see if this will work better. Still look like that. Okay. All right, let's try another thing then. What would that be? Why would that be? All right, hold on, the people. We're gonna try a different strategy. We'll try a different strategy, my people. We can't stop with. Yo. Let's see if this one is any better. Let's see if this one is any better. All right, let's see. Share the screen. Ooh. What? All right. Daniel Green and Molino walking out. All right, I forgot. Yo, the game is on so David J said 3-0 Mount Pleasant, 2-1 Mount Pleasant says Cygnus. My sis think you're a bad man MPA and a Cavaliers alone he did a cover. Nah, sir. Nah, sir. The games that Mount Pleasant did I play, it was just a little bit hard because of the timing. But yeah, I'm gonna do the semifinal and the two semifinal them, and hopefully after that the final. But Jaguars, it depends on Concacaf YouTube. But if you're gonna need to turn on a VPN and set it to like Europe, and then you will be able to watch it. So match both for kickoff people. All right, match a kickoff now. Teams exchanging handshakes. Yeah, man. If you don't have a VPN and you need to just watch it, click the link in the description or in the pin comment in the chat. But yo, why is it so blurry, bro? Don't understand. It's like it's perfectly clear on my end. Because what you're watching, I am watching. But it's not coming through like that. All right, so them in the okay, so Keller, Goddard, Bailey. Yeah, so I had it right. Bato, Gonzalez, center backs. Yeah, I figured that would be it. Look out for Lee Kaka off the bench. And Kareem Thomas starting. So yeah. And then Mount Pleasant team. They'll show next. Captains Daniel Green and Molina go to the halfway line. Adonis Carrasco, Dominican Republic referee. Seen him ref a lot of games at the youth level, especially. And VAR is in effect. We're getting the VAR officials. One from Cayman, one from St. Kitts and Nevis. What do you mean, Concacaf? 4-3-3 as well for Mount Pleasant is what it's showing on the screen. And here they have Green left, Alex Marshall right, Warner Brown central forward, Raheem Edwards left of Clifford Thomas angling right of him, which I don't think it will be like that. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna be what that just showed. But I'll tell you guys where they are once the game starts. I feel like Phillips gonna play right back and Kimoni Bailey gonna play left back. But let's see. Papa might have something different for us. The cameraman needs to clean the camera. Yeah, I think it's something to do with like me streaming it. For whatever reason, it's not coming too clear. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get why it's so unclear. Pro tip, double click user to watch. All right, well, I will try to give the commentary as clear as possible. It's on Concacaf YouTube channel, Damian Hendricks, but you just have to if you're in the US or Jamaica, it's gonna be blacked out. So you have to turn a VPN on and set it to somewhere outside of this region, like Europe or Asia or somewhere else. So here comes Thomas. Good tackle by Phillips. Phillips goes long. Count how many times I said that tonight. Warner Brown was chasing, but we get the goalkeeper will settle this. Plays it short to Gonzalez. Gonzalez, good ball, flick, cut out by Phillips. Phillips, 1-2. Trying to figure out who that was he played the 1-2 with. Daniel Green brings it down. Good first touch and second touch and third touch and fourth touch. Daniel Green. It's chopped down outside the box. That has to be a free kick. And it's early in the game, but referee, that could be a yellow card, sir. Good football from Daniel Green there. It was a difficult ball to control. Took it down on his chest. Good second touch to beat the player. And that's a reckless challenge from Bailey there. I think he's getting his first start in the competition and he was late. And Daniel Green is okay. It's going to be a free kick to Mount Pleasant on the left. Bless up float management to our go on. We're in the kitchen for now, so I'm going to listen to your commentary. All right, big up Dragons. Let's go, Mount Pleasant, says float. All right, yeah, big up Damien. All right, so it's a free kick just outside the box on the left-hand side. Daniel Green with the in-swinging option. It's like he's having words with Alex Marshall. But Green will be whipping this one in. I think that is that no, that's not Daniel Green. Who is that? It's Demario Phillips. So it looks like Demario Phillips will be tasked with whipping this. Marshall doesn't take it. Here's Phillips, near post, flipped up in the air, and Biget catches it in the end. And Biget tries to go quickly and not the best kick in the world. Marshall controls. Here's Clifford. Here's Topi. Good ball through the space. Oh, and that was poor that time. I think that was Edwards on the end of that one. That was a good pass by Topi. Good football here from defense force. Now it's in the middle. Here's Molino. First time we've seen him on the ball. Lays it off short. I think this is Keller. Can't tell who that is just yet. Yeah, that was Keller. Here is Molino. And Molino's pass is wayward. He was looking for the other Bailey. And Tafari Chambers will take the goal kick. Current Jamaican third string keeper for the national team. Coach of Defense Forces, Jorsling. Going up against Theodore Whitmore tonight. Mount Pleasant goes long. Warner Brown flicks it on to no one in particular. And the goalkeeper will collect. I think this time in between international windows is huge for Warner Brown. I think the coach does like him. It's clear he brings him up every press conference. But at the end of the day, he'll be hard to select if his form doesn't improve and he can't stay fit. Clifford Thomas plays it wide. There's Daniel Green. Good first touch again. I think Bailey's worried now. This is a good show from Anglin. Anglin goes back to Green. Green. Back to Kimoni Bailey. He is playing left back today. Good ball. Switching the play to Cummings. Cummings goes short to Phillips. Phillips goes wide. Here's Marshall. Marshall with a good return pass to Phillips. Phillips in space, getting closed down. And that's a good tackle by Araujo over there, but it goes out for a throw. So here's Green on the left-hand side. I'm watching it on Concacaf Go, but I have my VPN turned on to Europe, you know, because it would have blocked me out right there. So Warner Brown scores and the referee says it's offside. But VAR is in play, people. VAR is in play. So let's see. It was a close one. Tapper has his arms outstretched. He wants to know what's going on. He wants to know what's going on. Let's see. Ooh, let's see it again on VAR, people. I think that might have been onside. I think that might have been onside. So VAR is not looking at it? VAR is not looking at it? Yo! So hold on. I mean, they have to be looking at this, bro. We have to see the footage. We have to see the footage. It's a goal. Yeah, bro. It's a goal. When the ball is released, the man onside. Big away goal. I was just saying it's a big time in between the windows for Warner Brown. He has to score goals, and he's found a goal early here. 1-0 to Mount Pleasant, Warner Brown on the score sheet. Yeah, man, they play at the main stadium, man. So 1-0, 1-0 to Mount Pleasant people. Big away goal early in the tie. I'll have to see that play again to see who slipped that pass through. I want to say it might have been Anglin, but let me see it again. Let's see. No, it was Daniel Green. He has started this game very well, Daniel Green. And it was a simple little 1-2. And Warner Brown kept on side. And sometimes you just need the rubber the green. And the ricochet off of the sliding bateau helped to, just mess up the judgment of the goalkeeper. And that's kind of what helped it to go in. Another chance here. Here is Raheem Tango Edwards. Looks like he was tripped and taken down. And Edwards looks like he's playing the role just behind Warner Brown with Green left and Marshall to the right. The time on mine is 7:21. January, that far behind, bro. Try refresh your page. Maybe it's just a thing where it get a little lag. Because that's real far. Brown back in the team now. You're a minute behind. Okay. Yeah, it could be a refresh thing. So 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. Phillips clips this one to the back post and too long for Cummins there. It's gonna be a goal kick to defense force. Good to see Cummins back in the lineup. Had a bit of a timeout with injury, but slots right back into the starting team. People were wondering about that, when Ming and Topi were having such a great partnership. What would happen when Cummins came back? Well, Tapa's gone back to Cummins and Topi in the back line. Here's Thomas. Thomas now looking for a pass, slips it through, and that's falls to Warner Brown. And is that going to be two for Warner Brown? Oh my word. 2-0 to Mount Pleasant. And wait, are they saying it's offside again? What's going on here? Is it offside again? Is it offside again? Let's see, people. I think it might be offside. I think it might be offside. Let's see. Through, he's offside now. Oh, I don't know. How do they interpret that? Because it was a header from the defender, and they don't count it. They don't count it. They don't count it. They don't count it. Are you watching on the fire stick? Yeah, maybe on the fire stick you're just gonna have that lag, 30, a half a minute to a minute. Half a minute to a minute. Let me see something. Maybe we not even need a VPN. Check. Think you do though. Yeah, man. If you're not a VPN, I tell you some shit. Yeah. Defense force yet to really get in the game and mount a serious attack, but it's a good long ball. Can Topi deal with it? He does. Clears out of the box. First ball won by Marshall. Second ball, Phillips into the midfield. Anglin bounce beats him, but he beats the player to the ball. Now he drives forward. Can he slip a pass through? Decides not to. Still on the ball. Anglin holding possession. Tapper doesn't understand why he didn't play someone through. There were two players in good space, but this is good closing down. But this will go out for a throw into Mount Pleasant. Good closing down, hounding by Mount Pleasant there. Anglin should have tried to release one of those two players, I think. I think Tapper agreed with me as well. Here's Cummins now. That's the first time we've seen Phillips invert into that midfield area. Him and Thomas playing more centrally. Topi went long, broken up by defense force. Here's Molino. Good slit pass to the wing. Good ball from Bailey inside to Bertrand, but not sure what he was trying to do there. But whatever it was, it didn't come off. Gonzalez. Oh, and that's poor from defense force. Player wasn't looking. Good pass to Brown. Good pass inside to Daniel Green. And that's too easy for the goalkeeper. Too easy there. Green didn't trust the instep of the left foot. Tried to place it and shot it right at the goalkeeper. Here comes Molino now going forward. This game has become an open game all of a sudden. Here's the Mario Phillips on it now. Played into midfield. And defense force not giving way too much space to Mount Pleasant here. But now defense force on the ball again. Good move from Molino. Beats one. Good ball as well to Bertrand, but he was on his heels. That goes out for a goal kick. Bertrand saying, put it to my feet. Mount Pleasant have to keep their discipline. They have to remember that they do have a 1-0 lead here. Some space is starting to open up around the back line. Yeah, Green should have buried that. Half dozen. Concacaf YouTube. You watching it on Tubi? Mad. Bless up Tycoon. Oh, God. Yeah, that's the thing. Cause when the pass was played, it was offside. So, I don't know. Depending on how the ref interpret the play there. Clearly never interpreted say my boy there was like making a deliberate attempt to head it backwards to his keeper or something like that. Oh, well played, Topi. Topi switches the play. Will that stay in play? No, it won't. Marshall couldn't get that one. Throw into Arajo. Gonzalez. Gonzalez. Gonzalez plays it. And that's played long by Gonzalez. Cummins with a good header over to Topi. Topi with time. Plays it to Phillips. Phillips goes over to Bailey. Bailey back to Topi. Topi on the ball. Goes long again. That's a good ball though over the top. This should be finished off by Tango Edwards. And he does finish it. What a finish by Edwards. The run came from deeper. He's playing behind Warner Brown today, and Topi was about to cuss him for the long ball, but that one was definitely measured to perfection. And that's how you beat a line. You know, it shouldn't be every time the striker making that run in behind. Because remember, they're looking at Warner Brown, worried about him, and that's exactly what happened. Bato had all his eyes and attention on Warner Brown, and Edwards makes the second man run, and he's too late in reacting. And that's good finishing from Edwards off his chest, and then before it could hit the ground, just puts his instep through it, bullet right past the goalkeeper, and it's 2-0 to Mount Pleasant. They're off to the races. Bless up stats. Very good ball from Topi. He's broken the lines a few times today on the ground. That was the first time one of those over-the-top passes connected, and it was a beauty. But that second run was the key there. Bateau had all his attention on Warner Brown. Didn't see the run from Edwards until it was too late. And it's 2-0 to Mount Pleasant. And Whitmore should love what he's seeing right now. And Ferguson and company. And all the Mount Pleasant fans as well, which, you know, if you're a true Jamaica football fan today, you would be thinking that, yeah, I am a Mount Pleasant fan as well, even if it's not your side. Yeah, Eagle Republic, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. Matter of fact, I don't know how I move so slow. 2-0. So goals from Warner Brown and Raheem Edwards, putting Mount Pleasant in the driver's seat. Remember as well, people, the Concacaf Caribbean Cup does utilize the away goals rule. So this is a huge advantage currently for Mount Pleasant. Molino stands over a free kick about 40 yards from goal. And he'll probably clip this one. A lower trajectory, control on top of the box. Bertrand looking to shoot. Didn't get much power on it. It was blocked. And that's brilliant first touch play and second touch play. Warner Brown drawing a foul. And he looks in the mood tonight, people. Gonzalez was already worried about his pace on the turn. And that first touch got him around the defender. The second with his head, he gets his body in between. And nothing that he can do except to foul him. It's a very good play there from... I don't like the Mount Pleasant starting 11, especially in the back, the left back and right back. Mr. Dre doesn't like the left back and right back. So he doesn't like Kimoni Bailey playing left back, and he doesn't like the Mario Phillips playing right back. Okay? Well, so far, Phillips been doing a lot of inverting into midfield. Bailey been playing a more orthodox left back role. Phillips bodied out of that one that time. So Gonzalez on a yellow card after that last play. First of the match. I think Bailey was lucky to not get one as well. Number 28, Bailey, that is. Not the more attacking player. Molino is fouled in midfield. The ref from the Dam rep gives the foul. Defense force played short. Trying to clip it over the top. Cummings is there. Second ball controlled by Marshall and then cleared. And he's taken out as well, but the ref says no foul. We play on. Here come defense force. Bailey. Back to Keller. Keller over to Bailey. Bailey back to Keller. Keller to Goddard. Goddard in midfield. Drops it back now to Gonzalez. Gonzalez to Molino, who's dropped back at the halfway line. Over to Bateau. Bateau goes wide. First touch by Bailey. Second touch cut out with the pass by Kimoni Bailey. So there are three Baileys on the pitch right now. Here's Clifford Thomas. Back to Topi. Back to Thomas in midfield. Thomas now clips it over to the left-hand side. What a measured pass to Daniel Green that will stay in play. Here's Daniel Green. Has Molino to beat. Not a good matchup for defense force. That's a poor pass from Daniel Green. He was looking to find Edwards, but it was wayward. Good pressing from Phillips. Phillips thought about a shot and then tried to slip the pass through. Whitmore had his hands up and slapped his leg. I don't know if he was upset that he didn't try the shot or with the idea for the pass. I'm not sure. And that's good pressing again from the Mario Phillips. Can he get it into the box? He can, but it's cleared. It's cleared. Couldn't find Warner Brown in the middle there for a tap in. I think Brown is asking the question, how come you couldn't find me? And Phillips wants to know, what did I do wrong, coach? I think the coach just told him. Mount Pleasant reset it back to Topi. Topi wide. Kimoni Bailey. He has space. He drives forward. Has some help on the left-hand side. Does use it. This is Daniel Green with his left foot. Good cut back cross. Here's Warner Brown. First touch. In the box. Drops it back to Bailey. Bailey goes wide to Green. Green should be offside. He's not. Still on the ball is Green. Green does well to beat his man. Can he get the cross in the box? He can. Warner Brown can't get it. And a shot gets off by Edwards. But it was tame and easily caught. And he tried to clear, and Mount Pleasant already back in possession. So defense force coach is livid over on the sideline. Mount Pleasant is really running rings. And they're in again. And that's another foul. Demario Phillips is brought down from behind. And that's going to be another yellow card to defense force defense. This time the left back picks one up. And Demario Phillips and Kimoni Bailey showing Mr. Dre that Tapa is a better coach than him. This was the attacking Bailey this time, tracking back on his counterpart, the right back Phillips. And he asks for the yellow card and receives it. Some refs wouldn't like that you're asking for it, but he still got that one. B. Douglas, I'm watching the game on Concacaf Go, but I had to turn on my VPN and set it to Europe. See what they're doing with Phillips, yeah. Beautiful press. Yeah, laugh, Mr. Drake, you know what true. The man have him tactics spot on, bro. Him have Clifford a sit. So him have him back three line off. Phillips and Bailey can go do whatever they want to do. So it's going to be a free kick after the dangerous run by Phillips. Jamoy Tope standing over this one. The free kick specialist. Can he get it up and over the wall from here? Bailey is also there. Kimoni Bailey, that is. It's Bailey with his left. Ooh, and that didn't look so bad, but he hit the wall. I went out for a corner. I think he knows that wasn't a bad effort, you know. He's kind of got a little smile on his face a little bit. He gets back into position. It's going to be a corner kick now to Mount Pleasant. Up 2-0. We're about halfway through the first half. Alex Marshall will take this one from the right-hand side. He's been a little quiet today so far. Hasn't been involved as much. Good in-swinger. And we get caught at the second attempt. He tries to go quickly. And he will work this time for them. But that's a poor touch by Molino. And now Marshall on the ball. And he gives it away. Keller to Goddard. Goddard trying to get out of his own third. Plays it wide now to Bailey. Bailey getting closed down by Green. Goes long. And Tope should easily deal with this. He does. Second ball. Two defense force players miss it. And good pressing from Edwards. But it goes back to Bailey again. Bailey down the line now. And good closing down from Kimoni Bailey. And that time, Bailey looks like he switched wings to the right with Kaheem Thomas, who's gone out to the left. Molina takes the throw on this right-hand side. Knocks it back to reset to Bateau. Bateau plays it to his centre-back partner, Gonzalez. Goddard shows for it. He gets it. A little bit of space. Anglin closing him down. Just his side of his own half. Gonzalez now gets it. Goes long down the left-hand side in the channel looking for Kaheem Thomas. And that will run away from Thomas for a goal kick. So defense force really yet to do anything in this game. That was actually Araujo making a run down the left-hand side all the way from his left-back position. Mount Pleasant very comfortable so far in the game. Warner Brown wins the second ball and wins his team a free kick. He's playing a pass back to Anglin, but hits the hand of Goddard there in midfield, and it's going to be a free kick to Mount Pleasant just in their own half, and it's played short to Tope. So I see a little tweak or adjustment on the back line. Cummings had been playing on the right side of a 4. Looks like he has... No, Cummings had been playing on the right side of a 4. Looks like he has switched with Tope and is over on the left side now. Don't know what Tapa and his staff would have seen tactically to make that switch, but something I've noticed there. Which is a little surprising for me because I think I understood why he would want Cummings to be on the right side of that 3, because Phillips is the one typically that's not around when the other team attacks. And I would think you would want to have Tope in less space, but here come defense force into the box. This could be their best chance so far. And a poor finish. I think that was Kaheem Thomas, and Molina is wondering, like, what kind of finish was that? He's giving him the motion of how to kick the ball, the veteran, but he played him in. First touch was fine, and it just, I don't know, he just got caught under his feet. He'd never get his foot right to make the strike. And that's a let off there for Mount Pleasant. And it's right after that little tactical switch of the centre back. So we'll see if that proves to be costly on the part of Theodore Whitmore and staff, making that little switch. That's the first time they really had a clear chance. Here's Marshall. Ooh, he tried to play that through ball after looking like he was going to attempt a long distance strike. And it was just out of the reach of Edwards, but the ball was on. So a good attempt there by Marshall. Good turn in midfield here by Keller. Good turn again. He's into midfield now, looking to play a pass to the wing. He does so. This is Kaim Thomas. Thomas plays it back to Keller into midfield. That's loose. Goddard does clean it up. Keller back to Araujo. Over to Keller. Keller to Goddard. Goddard over to Bato. Bato into Mount Pleasant half. Now wide to Molino, who's pulled all the way to the wide side. 1-2. Need football here. Plays it in, but Bertrand wasn't ready for that one. Here is angling, goes wide to Green. Green. Time and space. Was thinking about a longer pass, but I think makes the wise decision and keeps the possession. But that's a good tackle from Goddard. And Goddard is called for the foul. And he looks upset about it. I would be too. I don't know. I think Green got away with one there. I think he exposed the ball a little bit too much. Let's see the replay. Maybe I'm being a little harsh on Daniel Green there. Was a lot of contact to his foot as well. But anyway, we move. Defense force already back on the ball. Goddard resets it back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez plays it to Keller. Keller looking for a pass. Goes back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez on the halfway line. Clips it up to Keller. Keller has Araujo for support. Uses him. Araujo goes wide. Kaim Thomas just bundled off of it by Phillips. Phillips thinks it's his throw, but it's going to be a throw to... It is going to be a throw to Mount Pleasant. Either the referee made a mistake or he just trusts his assistant referee more. Marshall switches the play to Bailey. Bailey goes wide to Green. Now makes a run forward. Will get the return pass. Will it stay in play? It will. Here's Kimoni Bailey. Kimoni Bailey does well to beat another player. Has the chance to cross it all along the ground. And that is cleared by Bateau that time. Bailey has been lively down this left whenever he ventures forward. He's picking his spots. He's not doing it every time. But that time the opportunity was there. And here is the customary goalkeeper down for Jamaican teams at some point in the first half and every half. And now our coaching session begins. So what do you guys think about the game so far? I think Mount Pleasant playing really well. Damara Phillips little fell off the earth. He used to be a national footballer. Yeah, I mean, when he moved to Mobe, I don't think that was the best move for his international. Well, yeah. Sure about the Warner Brown goal now. I know that it's early days, so I see McLaren's stepson, Warner Brown, looks like he's back. Who gets dropped for the Reggae Boys? Well, I don't think he rates Roman Burrell. So if you're asking me what I think they will do, they will drop Roman Burrell. But Roman Burrell just scored his second goal since the window finished today. So he's making it very difficult for Sir Steve to justify doing that. Warner Brown have these 2 Caribbean Cup games to impress. Then after the semifinal, I think they'll have a Premier League game that weekend. So, you know, if he can go on a run of scoring goals, then We know that McLaren likes him. He brings him up all the time in the press conferences and stuff. So you'd have to be a madman not to think that he's definitely in contention. So yeah, if he does his part and comes up with the goods, I think they drop Borrell. But as I said, it's going to be difficult because Borrell is scoring goals, and I wouldn't personally drop Borrell. I think the goalkeeper going down is a clear tactic. Absolutely, Mr. Dre is definite. I mean, the players run straight to the coach when it happens. I'm just surprised that like more refs don't take some kind of issue with it because most of the time when they go down, they didn't even do anything in the game yet. Like, what has Tafari Chambers done to go down? What happened to him today? Like, what did he do? That's the only thing. Like, I wish they would just say no. Players have to stay on the field, and the man have to get treatment off the field or something. Car, what is wrong with you? Nothing is wrong with you. Nothing is actually wrong with you. Just wanted to say big up from the East Coast and go on sub during the BBK stream earlier. Big up, big up, big up, big up, Dr. Seymour. Warner Brown is back. Yo, I tell you, Topi, Thomas, back to Topi. Good pass again from Topi. Good. Oh, Edwards. What the heck you think was going to happen there? He couldn't control it. Phillips, came back, no man. Sure. Well done. Alex Marshall on the ball. Plays it back to Thomas. Thomas back to Marshall. Marshall, poor pass looking for Phillips. A couple of loose ones from Marshall in the attack. Good shield from Goddard there. Man, make Phillips fall down. Kareem Thomas on the ball. Big switch is on. Will he play it? He does play it. And that's one by Bailey. Lays it off to Molino. Molino on the ball. What a good ball from Molino. This is Kareem Thomas on the ball. What will he do with it? Flips it to the back stick to Molino. Molino controls. And he can't get it near post. It's the side netting. And it's going to end in a goal kick for Mount Pleasant. That's probably the best attack there from defense force. Because that one was built up from their end. The last attempt they got was really a mistake that caused a chance to happen. But that should give them a little confidence that they can create something against this team. And think that's trying to see who that is getting treatment for defense force. Think it's Christian Bailey. Think it's Christian. Daniel Green run out everything. Yo, I'm to Phillips, man. I'm a cuss. Listen to coach, man. I stop cuss. Toby always stand up, so look like him tired. My Chambers goalkeeper jersey look like a t-shirt, so it's well taken by Bailey. And Thomas thought Green was making the run. Tapper gives a thumbs up to the attempt. I think it looked like Green was going to make the run, saw that the numbers weren't favorable and checked it, and Thomas was committed to the pass. But you lose a ball like that, your team is in good defensive shape. You're not worried about being counter-attacked. So it's probably why Tapper is, and that's a poor layoff from angling. Defense force could capitalize, but they can't. It does fall to Goddard. Here's Molino. Molino turns looking for help. Goes wide to Araujo. Araujo has Thomas for help. Goes back all the way to Goddard. Goddard shields on the ball. Plays it over to Molino. Molino clips it back into the central area to Bato. He approaches the halfway line. Plays it wide now to Bailey. Christian Bailey tries to clip one into the box looking for Bertrand. And Green tried to shield that one, but it's a throw to defense force. Coach not happy with Bertrand movement there. And Bailey tries something, doesn't work out for him. Good pressing from Bato. Bertrand wins the second ball and then is fouled by Jashan Anglin. It's going to be a free kick to the defense force. Anglin got some game time in the last World Cup window in the Curacao game. I think he was left out of the match day squad for the game versus Bermuda at home. Reggae Boys have some unwanted injuries in midfield right now. Casey Palmer looks a definite to be out with his MCL injury. Rumored to be about anywhere from 6 to 10 weeks out. And Bobby Reed, we learned, picked up a hamstring injury on the weekend. And typically based on the grade of that hamstring tear, we're looking at about 3 to 4, potentially even 6 weeks out. So it's going to be a race against time for Bobby Reed. And Casey Palmer looks definitely out as of right now. So gonna need to rethink that midfield selection because we're gonna be missing some players. Interesting to see what McLaren will do. We'll have the conversations, people, as we always do. Tomorrow should be a content day. Again, I won't be doing the live matches like I did today. Tomorrow we'll be doing the Reggae Boys player watch. You know what I'm saying? Just saw Blackwood in the stands. Oh, then. Yeah, can't wait. Yeah, the camp's supposed to start, no? Mad thing. Give MP a half decent field and they will attempt to play some ball. Mount Pleasant always attempt to play ball though. Just about to say that them need to get Chambers a better uniform. Man look like a money cup keeper. Yeah, I don't know why. The Beanie Man belly, get in. Eagle Republic. When last you sit up, brother? That belly they there for years now. Just saw Blackwood. Okay, I saw that. Your commentary is good, boy. Respect Mario. Or Mario 7 Gems. Respect. Go DJ, because that's my DJ. Yeah, I think DJ, whatever issues they have with DJ, I hope they're working it out because if ever there was a obvious pick in life, it would be DJ back in the squad with the omissions that we're gonna have. And you get DJ in the team and you play him in an attacking role. You don't put him and sit him deep to go collect ball off the back line. You see the way Molino playing in this game, you give DJ a role like that. Like, yeah, he can drop deep and try dictate play, but we really want him in the attack. Play that final pass. I think that's a quality that we never take advantage of when he play for us. Because we always want to put him in a defensive midfield role. Or, just further down the field. Who was always an 8 out of 10? Oh, you said Nope, he was always an 8/10? No, sir. When he was playing with Ravel Morrison against Mexico under Hal Grimson, you forget that? And he played plenty other games where he was in the team and there were other more attacking midfielders in there. Very rarely did they, anytime he played great for Jamaica, he was playing 10. That game in Canada in the second half, when Lowe went to midfield, Daniel Johnson and Bobby Reed was in there with him. They were playing more attacking. Bobby Reed was playing even deeper than Johnson in that game. Webster in conference and Chippy in Europa. Yeah, interesting to see how them work out Chippy minutes moving forward. Because it's clear that the coach want to use him. So we just want to see like how soon him start him and them thing there. Wonder if him can get the start tomorrow. I'm still maybe him come on like halftime, get more minutes and go from there. So a free kick to defense force, very close to the corner flag. It's whipped in and good punch from Chambers. It's an interesting way to send that ball in the box. I think that was Gonzalez with that set piece. Good flick on from Bato, good turn. And oh, they call Bato for the flailing arm in the aerial challenge. If that wasn't called, Tyrese Bailey made a good cut on his defender. And Toby did lose his footing and he was bailed out by the referee's whistle. It's a free kick in the end. And tactical switch that I alluded to with the centre backs has changed back. I think this is a much better way to do it based on how I think it will leave the rest defense in a much better position if you have Cummins defending more space. Not for the first time angling from behind, and Warner Brown almost proving to have the golden touch. He literally was running away from the play, getting into position for a pass. Angling shoots and it's going well wide. Hits Warner Brown on the back or the side or something, and almost goes right in the goal. But a good reaction by Biget. Yo, anyhow, him did ever score that is man. Any Reggae Boys footballer who are not mentally ready for the Curacao battle, please decline the call up. Trust me, we will understand. Chippy look nippy, but probably need to some more game to understand the role. He naturally wants to float right. Yeah. Even when he came on, he was more on the left hand side, and you could tell that he kind of wanted him to let the wing back on that side really take the high width. So he was really supposed to be like in the inside left to inside, but he kept drifting left, and eventually it looked like Gasparini just tell him to go up on the right and just you can stay wide and high. Good first touch, good pass by Molino. Here's Tyrese Bailey. Good closing down, good cutback. Ooh, well defended in the end by Mount Pleasant, but that wasn't a bad attack by defense force. Here's Warner Brown. One to beat, and it's Sheldon Bateau. What can he do with this one? Looks to go inside. Moves Bateau out the way. Good dribbling, but he's still on the ball. Has to release it back to Marshall. Marshall back on his left foot. Back to Warner Brown. Warner Brown, one to beat. It's Christian Bailey. Brown was going to backheel it. Decides to go central again. Angling over to Phillips. Phillips wants to take a thunderbolt, I know, but he decides against it. Good turn by it looked like it was a good turn by Edwards, but the touch was too far. 4 minutes injury time. Tope retrieves back to his goalkeeper. Chambers over to Cummins. Cummins goes into midfield. Good first touch by Anglin. Anglin lays it back to Phillips. Phillips, I don't know why he was playing that pass. It was a poor one in the end, and Goddard tried to slip through. And that one rolls all the way back to Tafari Chambers. Chambers in his Interform jersey, rolls it out to Cummins. Edwards can't get that control right. Keller on the ball getting closed down, and he's called for a foul. Is Edwards, and the ball was rolling, says the referee, so the retake needs to happen. Gonzalez plays it quickly. He finds, and that's brilliant tracking back by Warner Brown. And a brilliant ball. No, not brilliant. Sorry. Yo, that not leave the box. But good tracking back that time by Brown. And that's one thing that I have to say about Mount Pleasant in this first half. Their overall team pressing has been impressive. And tell that they're a very fit team. Everybody does that extra sprint. So still 2-0 to Mount Pleasant. 2 minutes left of the first half stoppage time. This one's thrown long down the wing. Cut out. Here's Bateau. All the way back to Bigot in goal. So a lot to talk about for the defense force coach at halftime. I think he's going to have to figure out how to handle the press of Mount Pleasant. You know, anytime they've been trying to build up, just not getting the pictures clear enough. It's the first time they've really broken the press well, but then they give it away with a long pass down the line, cut out by Topi. Topi trying to shield this one all the way out. I don't think it has enough on it, but he does clear in the end. A good clearance as well. Into midfield, Thomas wide to Marshall. Marshall beats one. Cuts it back to Thomas. Thomas loses that one, but it's going to be won by Anglin. That one's popped up to Green. Green with a loose touch. And Christian Bailey goes back to his goalkeeper, Bigot, being pressed. Looks to be in danger, but good composure. Gonzalez now plays it wide to Araujo. Araujo has a lot of space on the left-hand side as Kaheem Thomas, but he decides to go long, and that's just floating all the way harmlessly to Tafari Chambers. Chambers looking for another clean sheet in the competition. I think he was, the Mario Phillips with a salad. Now he finds good pass back to Phillips as well from Warner Brown. Phillips takes a strike, and attacking players can ask questions of him there. The energy god himself, the Mario Phillips. Keeper Chambers look like a basketball player, especially when he bounce the ball. I think him look like that too because of the gears. Gears look away. Look like a t-shirt. Okay, I go to the gym if we go shoot. So 2-0 halftime. 2-0 at halftime. 2-0 at halftime. Yeah, so 2-0 to Mount Pleasant people. Very, very good first half for them. Looking at some results from the D Cup today. Garvey Maceo, Clarendon, 0-0. McGrath beat Manchester 2-0. Wow. Good win for McGrath there. Manchester, I think what? Is that the first time them losing? I think. Cornwall College 6-1 over Malden. Really expected that though. They beat them twice already this season. Stets 4-0 over Kempshill. Maybe not the 6-1, but the win figured. Stets beat Kempshill 4-0. So Stets, that's a good win, you know. Kempshill ain't no easy side. Glenmere 1-0 over Magatti, probably closer than people would have thought. Dinthill 2-1 over Manning School, so big win for Dinthill over Manning's. Manning's again proving that the second round too hot for them sometime, or the round of 16. Then we have Christiana 3, William Nib 0, so a big win for Christiana there. Ocherius High beating Old Harbour 1-0 today. So those are the results. I don't get no Manning Cup results as yet. I know Mona, I know Vauxhall and St. Catherine drew 0-0. Yo, this guy, man. What league is this? Yeah, John Star. That was happy. All right, so good first half from Mount Pleasant, people. Man, them play well. The press working. Have some other little half chance as well. Them could have maybe get some more. How does Maggie fit in this team with Marshall and Judy? I don't think Maggie fits into this team. If the coach is being honest with himself, I don't think Maggie is better than the players that them playing right now. I don't really think so. I mean, yeah, he can get some game here and there, but I think he's a bench player for me. Glenmore versus Magatic game was played on a waterlogged field. Maybe that's what kept it close. Okay, good point. I didn't know that factor. Maggie have to work for a spot. Very, of course, very hard as a matter of fact. He has to. All right, people. Let me see if them have some stats on the place here. Subs, latest news. So I'm not giving nothing, people. Stats. Oh, this is all of the whole season. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want that, people. We don't want the whole entire season. It's in the first half highlights if you're watching in the Discord. You know, them people there. Some sampling, man. Caribbean Cup. Scores and stats. 2-0. So I'm really not giving nothing. Daniel Green to Warner Brown, Topi to Edwards. So yeah, we're not getting stats here. Let me see if this other place providing any statistics for the game. Yeah, they are. Nice. No player ratings. But they do have some stats on sofa score. So let me go. Let me show you guys what's going on here real quick. Big up Eddie Gooner, 2 more and the tie over. Boy, the 2 away goals, and the way Mount Pleasant defending the tie good over already. To be honest. Yeah, man, big up Eddie. But yeah, 2 more goals would be nice for sure. All right, so let's get the stats that we have for the game so far on the screen. All right, so we have 52% to Mount Pleasant, 48 to Defense Force, 2 corners for Mount Pleasant, none for Defense Force. You see the fouls and the free kicks. 2 yellow cards to Defense Force. I think it was Gonzalez, the center back, and Tyrese Bailey, the attacking wing player. 7 shots on target for Mount Pleasant. And that's pretty much all they're giving us. So limited statistics, them treat Concacaf like nothing not going for them. But yeah, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. Mount Pleasant looking good. Away goals are involved, so it's a big one. The Acosta Cup is too watered down. I remember when Zone A was Cornwall, Russie's, Mannings, Herbert, Marson, William, Nib. St. James High was a feeder school back then. Okay. I'm here watching Stats versus TG. Oh, that's going on now? Mad thing. What that depend? You know, CVM did a show the game Shirley Aran. Looks like them still a show the game. Stats up 1-0. So Tivoli a hold them on, man. Wow. Link up under the lights. Heidel have Casey under one. Alex Thomas youth. Potty boy. One potty boy. Anybody call him that must know him from a long time. But if Alex get a win, they a big win that, man. I mean, I know it don't mean him qualify or anything, but it's a big win. This not a lot, brother. St. Catherine. No, not St. Catherine. Stats and Tivoli. Tivoli on a break. On the right hand side. Big cross to the back stick. Good first touch. Second touch, a shot. What a save. Good save from stats keeper there. I believe that's the potential U17 and just recently concluded U15 tournament goalkeeper. And that's a poor clearance. Stats on the ball. And he showed too much of it to the defender. This was good play from Tivoli. Cross to the back stick. Good first touch and a good volley attempt. And good technique from the goalkeeper. Parrying it wide, away from danger. Manning Cup game. So you think Mount Pleasant need to change anything at halftime? Anything you want to see them do? Any players you want to see come on? Mount Pleasant bench looks like this. Lot of youth. Douglas, Dennis, Jump, Nugent. You have some more experience with Irving, Shaquille Dyer. Tevin Shaw might get a run out. Clifford, still coming back fully. Maybe they rest him, don't play him for the full 90. You have Shaquille Bradford and Siobhan Walsh and Excelus as the attacking changes. But yeah, maybe you see Tapa give some experience. If Mount Pleasant can find a third goal away from home, maybe you will let a couple of the kids get a run out at this level in a semi-final. That should be good for them. So interesting to see how they play the second half out. Defense Force, I would think, would take the second half to try to get back into the semi-final. A lot of things that they can do better. I think they overall need to take a page out of Mount Pleasant book with the closing down. Feel like they've allowed Mount Pleasant to do way too much in way too much space. They haven't been alert enough, quick enough to close down anything that Mount Pleasant want to do. So they need to do that much better in the second half. And for Mount Pleasant, really more of the same, I guess the one indictment you could say maybe some of the final action in that final third could be a little better. But yeah, I think they're playing really well so far. Definitely the better team, and this 2-0 does not flatter them at all. They probably deserve this 2-0 lead. So yeah, good play from them all around. Yeah, I watched it on CVM when I was just watching it a while ago. Don't get a Mona score. Somebody might give you. Yeah, man, KC whap them up, yes? They say KC I go find a goal. Your app not showing Mount Pleasant game. Which app? We need the JPL games on TV or some apps. It just water down so GCL can capitalize on it. The JPL is on onelovetv.com. You can order a subscription and watch. The youngsters play good. I think if we score more goals, then they will go on and score too. Yeah, I think Flavor might get a run out tonight, maybe. Jump seemed to get a lot of chances as well, but Douglas too, he likes Douglas as well. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see who him give a chance to. I would be surprised if at least one of them don't get a run out, one of the younger ones. It looks like them soon come out for the second half. Yep, they're walking out now. We'll see if there's any adjustments made by either coach with personnel or if we're coming out with the same 22 players or not. Some serious discussion are going. Some serious discussion are going. The second half about to get underway, people. KC lose 1-0, it's over. Channel. All right, we are moments away from the kickoff. Neither team making any substitutions. And thought the game was kicking off, but the ref says he wasn't ready yet. And we will restart the time here. And here we go. So the second half is underway. Topi goes long. Cut out there by defense force. Second ball won by Mount Pleasant. That was a tough landing for whoever that was over there from Mount Pleasant. I think that's angling. He looked at land very awkwardly on his right foot. Standing on his feet though. Should be okay. People, please do smash up the like button, share and subscribe. Eltham gets a point. Wow, against JC, that's a big result. Anybody know the champion result? I'm not going with nothing that year, and I hope so. Can wake up around 16. Cavaliers Knicks. Side I play people. Turn on that as well, you know. Well played. Edwards, Alex Marshall on the ball. Plays it to Phillips. Phillips easily cut out by Gonzalez that time, but that pass is poor to Molino. Cavs and the Knicks. Cavaliers don't have nobody on them team. Problems for me now. Calabar beat Campion. Yeah. What was the score, you know? Marshall flicks one over the top. Not a bad looking ball, but it's cut out by Bateau that time. Here's Gonzalez on the ball. Wants movement, finds the feet. Here's Kaheem Thomas, drops it back to Molino. Molino switches the play. This is Christian Bailey. He finds Tyrese Bailey. Bailey goes back to, I don't know who that is, Keller. Keller goes back to Bateau. Bateau back to Keller. Keller on the ball looking for support. Finds Molino. Molino breaks the line. Good pass. Cut out. Good tackle from someone over there. I think that was Bailey. Edwards over to Marshall. Marshall gets away from one, plays it inside. Good shielding from Anglin, still on the ball. Drops it back to Demario Phillips. Phillips goes down the line. Really just a safety ball, didn't have much option. And that's taken by defense force. Bigot plays it to Bato. Into midfield now. Here is a good turn by Bertrand and he's pulled down, but no call. Cummins just too strong for him, says the referee. Here's Thomas, and that's a little bit of a loose pass looking for Daniel Green. Much better is Clifford Thomas typically. I checked today. He only played one game, but he had a 95% passing accuracy that day. Now here's Kimoni Bailey. Has space in behind to send Daniel Green, but good covering from Bato, and he goes back to Biget. Biget left-footed, looking to play a pass. He plays it short, back to Bato. Bato goes wide. Bailey, back to Bato. Bato into midfield now to Keller. Keller goes all the way back to his goalkeeper, Biget. Biget thought about playing it to Bato. Still looking now. And then ends up going long. Cut out by Topi. Oh, that's a tough fall for Clifford Thomas. And Kaheem Thomas gets a yellow card very quickly. And yeah, that's foolishness from Thomas there, or Bertrand, it should say. He didn't even play the ball, he just went up and bridged the player. Didn't even go up, just stayed on the ground and bridged the player. 4-1. Whoa. Side getting mop up. Yeah, that's a terrible fall, David. Hopefully I'm all right. So still 2-0 to Mount Pleasant, 51st minute of play. So tell me, say Donovan Mitchell out. When did they play, brother? Don't foul. Oh, good D, boy. Knicks, people, Knicks. Ooh. So foul. Thank you. OG Ananobi. All right. Topi. To the left side, here's Kimoni Bailey. Back to Topi. Topi into midfield. Cut out by Bato. Well won again in midfield. Here's Keller. Keller's trying to switch the play to the right hand side, but that was too flat. It's going to go out for a goal kick. Bridges for 3. Yo, man, I missed the whole ball game. Edwards. Yo, why not finish that, Edwards? Oh, go on. The man missed that star. Oh, the man missed that. The Republic say, I hope him don't go into the Reggae Boys graveyard. Cha-cha. I mean, I want blend that, yo. All right, I turn off the Knicks, you know. Yeah, good ball. Ball, Marshall Warner Brown again. Why you never hit it first time, Warner? Why you take the touch for? And I Robbie made it. Yo, you can't vex with the man for shooting that, bro. But why you take the touch for? The pass had the perfect weight on it. I him overrun the ball, you know. Yo, sure. That was a nice build up for you. Defense force on the ball on the left hand side. Gonzalez getting pressured by Warner Brown. Two port down the line. Collected by Bertrand into Thomas. Thomas went for the shot from distance. And it was well over the top. Actually, that wasn't, yeah, that was Thomas. That was Molino at a second there. But yeah, it was Kaim Thomas. Has made some of Dwight York squad before. Not used in the World Cup though. Or qualifiers, I should say. Well done by Marshall again. That's poor from Phillips that time. Overdoing the tricks. Bakid was never on there. Back to the goalkeeper, Biget. Whitmore might be thinking about some sub soon. Phillips looking long again, but that wasn't on either. Biget closed down but clears. Flicked on. Not held up by Clifford Thomas. Doesn't get the foul call. Green can't control, but picked up in midfield by Thomas. Thomas does well to hold to the ball. Now tries to switch play. It's cut out easily by Gonzalez. First ball won by Cummins. Second ball falls to Molino. Good tackle again by Cummins though, and Mount Pleasant will get on the ball again. Here is Daniel Green. One to beat, and that's Christian Bailey. We've seen him do it before today. Can he do it again? Here's Green. Good football from Green. Now whips it into the box. Cleared by Gonzalez. Second ball will be won by Christian Bailey, but just put out for a throw. So a throw into Mount Pleasant on the left-hand side of their attack. Kimoni Bailey will take this one. Good set play from Mount Pleasant here, and that's 3-0. And that's good football from Mount Pleasant. You could see the setup. Edwards came shorter, showed for the ball. It was really a decoy for the longer throw to Warner Brown. Edwards peels off, and the one-touch pass from Warner Brown into the path of Edwards, and he finishes it to the far post. So you love to see that. That's one straight off the training ground, and it's 3-0 to Mount Pleasant. And I must say, Whitmore has tactically outclassed defense force today. Obviously, the players have to perform, but I feel like they have been put in some very good positions to have success. And again, here's another example of it where the play was totally drawn up for this exact thing to happen, and they're able to execute it. So 3-0 to Mount Pleasant. And I think, honestly, with how stingy their defense is and how organized their defense is, I think they pretty much will be in the Concacaf Champions Cup. Now, whether they arrive there as the winners of the competition or the runners-up, that remains to be seen. Nick's gone on a run, 17-10. And let's see how disciplined defense force can be. They're down 3-0 right now. But if they're not careful, it can get worse. And you know Mount Pleasant with the depth, Tapa will be looking to give his players a bit of time to rest, and even though they will get that from the Premier League, I don't believe that they have their game this weekend either. I think it will be postponed, so they'll have a full week to prepare for the second leg. So maybe Tapa doesn't have to think so much about that, but Tapa has to remember when that Wednesday game is played, they'll start having to play games pretty much twice a week after. So you'll have to be mindful that there's a big workload coming up here. Did I change this? Yes, I did. Why do I still have this like this? I don't know. Still no subs in the game. It's a hard foul. Looks like, can't tell. Who is that? The Mario Phillips? Yeah, the Mario Phillips. So Daniel Green is coming off. Looks like Gadiel Irving is coming on. A weird one. So number 13, Coriat comes on in midfield. He comes on for Keller. And number 18 coming on as well for Tyrese Bailey. So that's Elijah Sechan. And like I said, Daniel Green will be off and Gadiel Irving will be on in his place. This is interesting. Will Gadiel Irving play? Oh no, they'll probably just move Kimoni Bailey up into a more left wing position or left midfield position. Dale Irvin look like the blind singer, you know, man. I swear. Can't remember the man name. Warner Brown. In on goal. Poor second touch. And he went for a dive. I believe he went for a dive. So what them call? Probably get a yellow card for that then. Or they call a corner. Man, go for a dive. What is Warner Brown natural position? I think a striker. I think that's where he play best. On the last line of the defense. Running in behind, running in the channels. Don't think he's excellent back to goal. But he is a hard worker and he won't give up. And he's very good without the ball defensively as a forward. Well, I wouldn't say very good, but like in terms of covering ground and closing down space, he's good. I feel like sometimes though, if he's playing against a really good team that can play out, he doesn't really quite close down angles well enough for me. Kind of some just it's a lot of running, but we need that running to be guided and you're running in the right directions at the right time. That's a penalty, is it not? Jeez, that time he didn't dive. I thought he was fouled. No, yeah, he does not play winger. So he's not another winger that we're just playing at forward. He's actual forward. Yeah, that was a crazy dive, David J. The one that's take off. But that last one I want to see again, because that looked more like a foul to me than the first one. Substitute Sechan, first time on the ball. Molino, Goddard, back to Molino. Molino trying to be a little bit clever there. Goddard gets away, clips one over the top. He's in behind the defense. Hope he can't foul him, and a lot of work to just then kick and miss for the shot. And eventually the offside flag goes up against defense force. I don't know if they all arrived, but somebody said they just saw Den in the crowd. So, yeah, she's there. I thought they said the camp was going from the 23rd to the 29th, but maybe that's when the training start and they actually arrive today. I know they play on the 28th, so a good 4 days of training, then the match day starting tomorrow. So yeah, they could very well be there if they start training tomorrow. And somebody said they saw or somebody said they saw Blackwood in the crowd. I just assume that that's the Blackwood they were talking about. I don't know which other Blackwood they'd be talking about. 66 minutes of play, 3-0 to Mount Pleasant, making light work of defense force today. Here come defense force on the attack into the midfield, but runs into trouble. Substitute Coriat finds Araujo. Araujo pass out wide is blocked. Here's Alex Marshall. Coriat, the substitute in front of him. He finds the feet of Warner Brown. He has two to beat in front of him. Is he going to go for a run? He is, and he's taken out by Bateau, and he earns another yellow card. So he's gotten yellow cards to both the centre backs tonight, Warner Brown. one thing in his mind when he received that ball in space, run at the defenders. Yeah, no, somebody said they saw Blackwood in the crowd, so I don't know if everybody that's in Trinidad went or how it got, but she's there supporting, which is nice. And Bato got the challenge in, but he's the one that's worse for wear after it. We have a breaking play, Bato receiving treatment. And this is the third goal from Edwards. His second of the night. His second of the night. His third of the competition, so that puts him to joint first, I think. Why it look like Warner Brown just tell the defender it too easy? Gift and Smiley. All I have is the Discord link, but people did that say that the game not showing so clear in the Discord, so I don't know. I mean, a couple people in there still I watch, so I guess it's not terrible. But it look like it might be a bit cloudy, you know? So it don't look like Bato is gonna make it through this one. I think it might have been a cramp, but not sure what that is. Yeah. This is the venue for the Jamaica Trinidad game. I think they're gonna play it at Hasley Crawford. So um yeah, nothing is wrong with this field. I mean it digs up a little bit, but I think it's on par. I think it might be a little bit better than the stadium, how the surface is, or maybe similar to it. Stadium might be better, I'm not sure. Irving, not a bad strike, there's not enough power on it. Here is defense force on the ball. Infield to Coriat. Coriat finds Molino. Molino now to Arajo. Arajo. Back to Molino. Molino looking for the switch. Goes short to Coriat. Coriat keeps it ticking to Bato. Bato now to Gonzalez. Not a couple substitutes getting ready to come on for defense force. Gonzalez on the ball. Plays it inside. Coriat acres of space. Plays it wide now. Here's Molino. Molino tried to go quickly inside, but didn't get the connection on the pass, right? It's going to go out for a throw to defense force after the clearance. All right, so Felix, who I thought would come on, is coming on. It looks like a like for like change in the midfield as well. Sadu coming on for Goddard. So he plays right there in central midfield. And Felix didn't even show who he came on for. I would assume it was Kaim. Okay, so he came on so a like for like with Araja Wilson. Felix did play left back. from the start in some games in this competition already. Molino controls, plays to Corriat. Corriat being closed down well by Edwards. Edwards loses footing. Now Molino on the ball. Plays it short over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez into Mount Pleasant's half. Poked long, but Topi cuts it out and well won second ball by Anglin. Now Thomas plays it to Phillips. Phillips looking long. Goes long down the line. This is a good ball. This will find the feet of Warner Brown. Warner Brown crosses into the box, and that should be four. And somehow, I think it was Kimoni Bailey, could not finish that off. Looked to be a good cross by Warner Brown, who had run down the right hand side. Fell to the feet of Bailey, but he just couldn't finish. It's a weird one. Should have been four. Should have been four. So a triple sub coming in for Mount Pleasant, and it looks like we're in the business end of the competition. So Tapa means business. No kids tonight. It's going to be Shaquille Bradford, Siobhan Walsh, and Tevin Shaw coming on shortly. My guess is for Warner Brown, Raheem Edwards, and maybe Clifford. And this pass to the feet and a good save from Chambers. Still the clean sheet is intact for the competition. And Chambers not forced into any action yet. Was alert the one time he had to make a save. Good save there. Down the line, defense forcing some space to the back stick. That's over everybody. Here's Marshall. He goes long. Marshall could be the one coming off as well. Could be Marshall, one of the midfielders, and Warner Brown. Based on how many Mount Pleasant players holding their side, I think a lot of people could come off right now, to be honest. But it's 3-0 to Mount Pleasant. Very, very good game so far for them. That was the first save I remember Chambers having to make so far. So first sub is Alex Marshall. He'll come off and Bradford will take his place on this right-hand side. Second sub is Raheem Edwards. So Shaw is on for Edwards. Warner Brown off for Chevy Walsh. And Bradford on for Alex Marshall. So those are 5 substitutions for Mount Pleasant now. Wait, did they make any subs yet? No, they hadn't made any subs yet. They still have 2 more. And this should be the last sub now for Defense Force. So Bateau in the end will have to go off due to that injury. Now on comes Russell Francois from distance right off the bench. And the ref said he got a touch on it. It's going to be a corner kick to Defense Force. So 15 minutes for Defense Force to salvage something out of this. And really and truly, with the away goals rule, they almost need to at least get a draw at this point to feel good about going back to Jamaica. And that was a little bit too high. Couldn't get that back across goal. And Bertrand, very, very surprised we haven't seen Isaiah Leacock today. And I don't know, this one, the defenders look a little bit more concerned this time. If I'm being honest, in the first half, it was a tactical thing. This time, they're motioning to the shoulder, so hopefully Chambers will be okay. Welsh. Welsh look like a real people. We're about 6 away from the 50 likes. People, give it to the 50 likes now, man. John, somebody took a like off the video. And a bad man, you know? I'm gonna go from 44 to 43 likes. Okay, gone back. 6 likes to the 50 people. Come on. Get me to the 50 quick and fast. But no, someone don't forget to touch the like button over there right now. So a yellow card to Siobhan Walsh. So he comes on and gets a yellow card right away. Not a fan favorite out at Mount Pleasant, but he's hoping that he can endear himself to those fans eventually. If Warner Brown keep performing like this, he'll endear himself to those fans quickly. Maggie is not even in the squad, Eagle Republic. No sight of him. The kids them better than him, you know. Well cut out by Anglin. Good ball to Siobhan Walsh. What can Walsh do with it though? He's kind of wide out of position. Try to find someone in the middle. Good win. Bradford on his left foot. Not a bad strike. Walsh loses his footing. And it will be cleared out by Felix down the line. Good pass. Here's Kahim Thomas. He plays it to Coriat. Coriat now. Trying to find Thomas back down the wing, but Thomas says, yeah, I have 79 minutes of running in these legs, bro. What do you expect from me? Bradford. So Felix just on the pitch with a problem. And Bradford also has a problem. I think he got scratched in the eye there. Or scratched somewhere. It is in the eye. Still trying to figure out who was that third player. My guess is Thomas got the rest at this point, but we'll have to see. Definitely not Anglin. There he is still on the pitch. And yeah, based on my, well, oh no, it was Marshall, Brown, and Edwards. Never mind. And all that's happened is Anglin has pushed up into more of an attacking midfield role. So a lot of people are here, saying for Jamaica, Anglin could be a 6 option. I think as time goes with Mount Pleasant, he's going further and further from the 6. See, Thomas comes off and it's not him going to play 6. They bring on Shaw to go play 6. So, Tapa definitely sees him as somebody that can help him going forward into the attack. Yeah, you're not going to see him tonight, Mr. Dre. Maybe second leg at home, maybe. If they can go up 1-love and, pretty much secure it at that point. I mean, they would have to lose, 4-1? I mean, I guess it's possible, but I don't see it. Oh, yeah, no, they only have 3 subs. Yeah, so him can come on still. I think him just motion to someone to come to him, so. Sadu with a yellow card here. Phillips takes this one down the right-hand side. Bradford was going to get on the end of that one, but well defended by Felix. And our Mount Pleasant going to make some more subs. It is Claver Nugent coming on for number 17, Anglin. So Nugent would probably slide into that attacking midfield role. So the youngster gets a run out in the semifinals of the Concacaf Caribbean Cup. This one's thrown to Walsh. Walsh back to goal. Cuts it back to the top of the box. This is... Ooh. Clifford Thomas will want that one back. A man of many talents. So I'm singing... Which song he was singing? He was singing some song. How Great Thou Art. That's what he was singing. In French, I would expect. I would suspect, I should say. But him sound good, bro. Man can sing. I'm not sure, you know. I don't think that they would carry over to the semi-final. They'd probably start over. So I think the only card that can make you probably suspended from the finals, which is 2 legs, is a red card. But I'll have to look at the rules and regulations and get back to you on that, because I'm not really sure. By next Wednesday, I'm tell you, David J. But I don't think so. Good ball into Walsh. Good ball into Bradford. Bradford. And that's going to be 4. That's 4-0. Shaquille Bradford from Siobhan Walsh. And they're running riot here, Mount Pleasant. And this is becoming embarrassing for Defense Force tonight. Really and truly just put to the sword. And that one was very close to being offside, but I think it's going to be okay. And that's 4-0. It was actually a good hesitation by Bradford before the shot, just to put Biget off balance and create the little angle to finish. It had just enough power on it to get over the line. The academy is good for education, language, and everything, not only football. No, David J. The man is from Haiti, so he speaks fluent French. All right, so we have... What a tackle. A foul? Molino. Back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez into the middle. Coriat tries to play it through, but cut out by Phillips. Phillips down the line. Walsh, good hold up play. Played that way too early. Don't think that pass was on. Taken away by Defense Force. But Walsh gets a goal contribution off the bench. Good assist. Irving too casual there, taken away. But good covering from Cummins, and he keeps possession as well. Tries to go down the line to Nugent, but that's taken away. So it looks like Nugent actually slid over to that left-hand side. Bradford is the one playing that role behind Chevy Walsh. Good turn from Coriat. Good shielding as well. Plays it wide to Felix. And you see them guarding against that pass in behind. Well cut out again. That time by Thomas. He's done his job in the number 6 today as usual. Good win there. Bailey has switched out to this right-hand side. Can't quite get control of that football, and it goes out for a throw to Defense Force. Taken quickly. Here's Coriat on the ball. The left footer looking for a pass. Plays it into Seydu. Seydu finds Molino. Molino beats one. Going through the midfield now, plays it wide out right. I think this is Sechan. Sechan on the ball, drops it back to Molino. Molino looking for a pass in the channel, but it's blocked that time by Bradford. Molino goes back wide. Back to Molino. Molino has Corriat for support. Decides to go direct. Cut out easily by Topi. Second ball by Mount Pleasant, and somehow it gets all the way back to defense force. Molino, good ball down the right hand side. And this one's whipped inside. Header won by Cummins. Falls to Corriat. Corriat on the ball. Drops it back to Molino. Good ball to Seydu. Back to Molino. Molino now tries to play a searching pass through the middle, but doesn't quite get it to him. And Tafari Chambers just taking his time, looking to get his 5th straight clean sheet in this competition this season. Well, don't think he played all 5, but Mount Pleasant definitely looking to get their 5th in a row. Yet to concede a goal in the competition this season. Here is Claver. For the first time, he can make a run, and that time it's taken off his foot. Couldn't get going. Good shielding there by Bertrand, who's had a tough night tonight. Just a yellow card for his troubles. Back post is empty. If he can see him, he can't. And Cummins does well to just marshal that. Thomas was running free on the opposite wing, but the angle was closed down. He couldn't see him. Couldn't get it to him either. Here's Irving. Loose pass again. Cut out by defense force. Nugent back defending. Flips it up the field. Here's Walsh chasing. And Walsh does well to put his body in between man and ball. Still shielding the ball. Drops it back to Nugent. Nugent, poor first touch. Gives it away. And a good pass from Corriat. And if this causes a goal, Tapa will be livid. And he causes a penalty, maybe. And in the end, it's a goal kick to Mount Pleasant. Wow. Looked like Tafari Chambers might have got a penalty call on him there. Davian Patterson, the match is on Concacaf Go and Concacaf YouTube. 8 minutes of stoppages because Mount Pleasant go down every 5 minutes. And now Chambers is looking like he's really injured, which is not good. He's tapping his knee. And that's definitely onside. Let's see if we can see when. Ooh, quite a collision there. But luckily, I don't know, man. That could have been a foul, you know. Didn't see when he would have injured the knee, to be honest. But the good thing is he's kind of crouched down now, bending his knee. So I think he's fine. So I guess it's not the knee. It is the shoulder again. But he was tapping on his knee just now like something was wrong with his knee. So Clever Nugent almost costing his team there. That's a casual touch in midfield and defense not quite set the way they want it to be. And for the first time, a through pass really breached that back line and Chambers came up big to save it. We do have 8 minutes of stoppage, so Mount Pleasant have to keep their focus to end off the game. See if the referee is smart about adding on the minute that they have said that they needed for treatment. Sometimes refs tend to not add it on once the stoppage comes in injury time. So let's see. By my calculation, we should play 9 minutes now because of that stoppage. But we'll see if they care. Devin Shaw, Thomas on the ball, goes wide. Kadale Irving back to Thomas. Thomas has Shaw on his inside. Uses him. Here's Phillips. Wide now to Bailey. Bailey back to Shaw. Shaw over the top to Phillips. That ball's too far though. It's gonna go harmlessly. Actually, it's kept in by Gonzalez. He's asking for support. Corey had closed down quickly by Shaw. Played back now all the way and almost cut out that time by Bradford, but the right is wide open now because Nugent isn't over there. Tapper won't like this either. Poor shape there from the team. Right now, there's no left-sided player. Here's Chevy Walsh. I think Bradford has gone out to the left now. What a pass by Clifford Thomas. Here's Kimoni Bailey taking 10 years to settle the football and easily slots it to the near post after all is said and done. And that's 5-0. What a pass from Clifford Thomas. And this is getting crazy. Yeah, the half dozen might not forward, but it might. That's 5. Clearly onside. I was cussing Bailey. He was taking forever to do what he wanted to do. Had support, had 2 players. Didn't need either of them. I mean, the goalkeeper literally was so far to that far post. The entire near post is open. And I think Bailey saw that as well. Actually, he didn't. He never looked back up. But if he did, he would have wanted to put that near post. The goalkeeper, I think, had gone too far. Just kind of drifting with the dribbling. Let's say at the celebration time, so I get 10 minutes now. Nah, man. Ref, a 5 love, you know. Ref, I got, when it reached 8, it must have blow. That's it. So 5-0 people. I haven't changed the score forever. 5-0. What a result. I mean, they're basically in the final, people. They're not gonna lose at Sabina Stadium wherever they play 6-0. I wish they had lights and seats at them place because them could have played on them yard. But no, Concacaf won't allow that. Yeah, second leg, I would say, you might see the youngsters play from the start. Some of them at least. Or maybe not. Tapa might want the players to stay sharp. Like I said, next Wednesday, they will have a game coming up in the Premier League after. So they have even more reason to maybe rest players. Let's see if the clean sheet can stay intact, though. Long shot blocked for a throw. Little under 3 minutes left in this one. Defense force apparently failed to prepare. I hope they were prepared to fail. Boy, this is horrible, man. Unpleasant to deal with them away. Felix. Cleared out by Shaw. Plenty of time for Gonzalez. Plays it short. This is Molino. He's come back home to Trinidad to try to help defense force, and that's good dribbling. Finds Coriat. Good through pass again. But Coriat looked like him should have played from the game start. But him also look very slow, so maybe that's why. And look like him can barely run around the field, but him have good touch and a good through pass. And him play the pass for the best chance for them get a while ago. The top. Good question, Them get 3 slots? I think it's the 2 finalists alone, bro. Half stadium or full stadium. What you talk when Mount Pleasant play the second leg? Not even half. That's like 1/10. If a 30,000 people, a 3,000 are gonna there. And actually that's enough. But that's like 2,500, 2,000 maybe. Yo, actually how much people you think are going to Mount Pleasant semi-final game? Honestly. And then the final after that, because they're going to host one of the legs in the final too. No! Yo! Yo, that is such a letdown, bro. 5-1. That like a stupid goal to concede, man. Tapaga make gonna run now. I'm sure of that. Who scored? Sechan? Substitute, come on, come get 1 star. The ball just couldn't get cleared and Chambers couldn't save them that time. Shaw kicked the ball off of the man. Ah, boy, that's horrible. Through the legs of Chambers as well. Damn. Not that it really matters in this tie, but that's just disappointing, man. I wanted them to get through the tournament with no goals conceded. Easily beaten that time. Bradford chops again. Trying to get back to his right foot. Shielding the ball now. Back to Clifford. Clifford. What a ball. But Bailey couldn't get the first touch correct. And that's going to be a corner kick now. We have played the 8 minutes. And I think the ref is going to blow the whistle right after this. Yeah, man. Tapaga running. Never even wait. I'm going to tell you. 8 minutes, 23 seconds. He's blown it off. 5-1. Mount Pleasant take the win. Chambers looking dejected. And he's upset that they have conceded a goal. I understand the frustration. And the defense force players cussing each other. Yo. But that's a good win, a big win for Mount Pleasant. 5-1. I mean, in essence, closing up the tie in the first leg. But defense force will have to dust themselves off and try to give the most spirited effort of all time next Wednesday when they travel to Jamaica for the second leg. BM said, I want Tapa to coach in the Champions League and show he's a bigger coach for speed. Yeah, man, Mount Pleasant is in the Champions Cup. And away goals rules do apply, yes. Defense Force fans are dejected over there. So a 5-1 victory. Let's see. All right, people, that's it, Mount Pleasant, it's like they're pretty much um they're pretty much gonna get to this final, I would think. So job done after one leg. They'll wait and see. The other semi-final is Cibao versus O&M. So we'll have to see how that one goes in the first leg. I think that game is being played tonight also, if I'm not mistaken. So big up to those who tune in on the Discord. Big up to those who watch the game here through my commentary. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I try to keep up with the action as best as possible. Give you all the information. But yeah, very good game for Mount Pleasant. 5 goal scorers. Warner Brown, actually 4 goal scorers. Warner Brown, Raheem Edwards with a brace. Shaquille Bradford and Kimoni Bailey showing his versatility playing left back, left midfield, right midfield in today's game. Scoring from right midfield in injury time to make it 5-0. And then Kaheem Thomas was the one with the consolation goal late in the game after some sloppy play from Mount Pleasant not able to clear their lines, basically giving up a chance, and they took that one to make it 5-1. So big win, 5-1, away goals rule in effect. So that's a very, very good position to be in going into the second leg. And Lord willing, we'll be back for it just the same. bring you the second leg semi-final Concacaf Caribbean Cup. But tonight, Mount Pleasant will travel back to Jamaica. If they do tonight or tomorrow, they will travel back happy, as they will go home with a large advantage, a 4-goal advantage, with also the inclusion of the away goals rule in this semi-final. So people, thanks so much for tuning in. It was my pleasure to bring you this game. I enjoyed it. I love that it was a happy one for us, because Mount Pleasant pretty much got the job done, big time in this game. And yeah, that is it from the Hazley Crawford Stadium, from here at Jason Gooner TV studio. Big up. Thanks so much for tuning in. And until next time, my people, we are out of here. Tomorrow, I'll be back in the studio for some Reggae Boys content. We need to figure out what's going on with these players. Who's injured? Who's back? Who's fit? Who's firing? Who is a must call? Yeah, man, that and much more tomorrow. Tune in. Jason Gooner TV will be back to break it all down and figure out what McLaren going to do with this squad coming up in this crucial November window. Hopefully, it's a lot like what we saw today for Jamaica. 5-1 win. If we can get that for Jamaica, we'll be in the World Cup. Yeah. All right, people, big up yourselves. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Jason Gooner. This is Jason Gooner TV. And until next time, stay blessed. Big up on